Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Crazy Nano. And I like cartoons. Do you like cartoons? I mean, I hope you do. If you didn't have a childhood. And I'm very sad for you. But I love cartoons. One of the best was like Phineas and Ferb or Gravity Falls. Most of my childhood was on Cartoon Network. It was like Gumball, SpongeBob, and all that. All really great shows. But Phineas and Ferb, man, now that one was an actual vibe. Favorite character in that entire show was probably Perry the Platypus. You want to know something else? I used to think when I was a child, not now. If I didn't know now, I would be a disgrace to humanity. But when I was a child, I used to think that that the platypus wasn't an actual creature, and that it was a thing made up by the show. Because why not? Why not make an obscure creature? I thought that's what Perry was, just a creature that was made up purely for the show. I was wrong. It is an actual creature, and good old Perry here stays true to his name in the actual real world that we live in. Because believe it or not, yes, they do have duckbills and beaver tails and stuff. Really interesting, fascinating such a creature. It really looks like God took all leftovers in the world that of every creature, hit randomize, and said, "Yep, we're gonna roll with it," and then tossed it onto Earth. That location of where it was tossed onto is a little important. You'll see why. But yeah, the tail has a function. It's kind of like a beaver tail, even though it's not used for patting down like stuff. It is used for carrying materials for nests. That's not important. What is important is that it's still a mammal. Now I'm sure you know the basics, yeah. It's a mammal, lays eggs, all that good stuff, sweats milk because it doesn't have nipples. Which makes me wonder, do the young have to lick it off the fur? So editor crazy here, I just found out, yes, after the Mycosis video, it wasn't too long that I find out, yes, the baby platypus does lick it off the fur, more specifically the stomach of the parent, which I guess is confirmed now. I just want to confirm that. I didn't forget, I did forget, but don't worry about it. Back to the video. I don't think there's any more basics than that. So, yeah. But I don't think you know about a few other facts. You know that they share the same hunting method as sharks. Their bills are highly sensitive and can detect pressure drops and temperature drops. They also can sense electromagnetic waves emitted off of the prey that they're hunting. Now, to bring up why the location of its native homeland is important is because, did you know that they're venomous? The platypus has these little spurs, venomous spurs, it's like hook things, that erupt out of their hind legs specifically. So, during mating season, they can fight with other males, and if you feel threatened, they just kick whatever that feels threatening them. So if you get kicked by one and you get stung by the spur, well, don't ever mess with them again. And to ensure that you know that, there is no current cure to stop the pain or soothe it at all. You will feel it for 3 weeks straight. About estimatedly. Don't quote me on that if you're gonna Google it. And the reason why is because they decided to join a trend to a country that is notorious for having the most venomous creatures and just generally horrific creatures on the planet. You guess what that is? I'll give you a second to think. If you guess Canada, you're wrong. It's Australia. As if spiders, crocodiles, kangaroos that could essentially snap your neck in half, and a plethora of other creatures, essentially having the entirety of Jurassic Park on the island. So many weird things come out of Australia. Why is that? Moving on.
Hey, I surrender. I'm a reasonable man. I know when it's time to be right back. Your hot dog is no match for my bratwurst. No, just kidding. I made you look, didn't I?
So, this one was a little astonishing to me when I learned this. They don't have teeth in their bills, but they can like swallow like small fish to like medium fish. And sometimes if it gets a little bit more difficult, like a harder type creature, maybe it has shell on it, they'll use like rocks or to break the food in smaller pieces. However, I don't know where the food goes. It doesn't have a stomach. Why doesn't it have a stomach? I don't know. But for whatever reason it doesn't, and I don't know if it benefits or helps or hinders the creature in any way, shape, or form. So, do you know where Perry the Platypus got his classic bright green color palette from? I'll give you a hint. Yes, an actual platypus. If you're wondering why, the platypus, is biofluorescent. When hit by a black light in the dark, it will glow bright green. Scientists don't know why. We don't know how it happens. And yeah, Perry the Platypus is literally just a biblically accurate platypus then, minus the spy part. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I don't really have anything else to talk about. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. I would adopt a platypus. They're kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. Though unfortunately I can't because it's an endangered animal, and the Australians might shoot me down if they even see me looking at it. Heck, making this video is risky. Anyway, I should go. See ya later, fellas!